Hello. Why not Fortnite?
Fortnite. Okay.
Did you know Battlehound came out today in Louder?
Yeah, I did.
Play a match and turn down music.
Like we always do at this time. Get the cold blowing your behind and I open up your blinds.
Is that
Rise and
better?
shine. Cold world. Same used to drive around with your girl. In my mama's Civic, now I'm out here trying to get it. I ain't like you. Boy, I spit it how I live it. So when you see me in the streets, man, I ain't got a mimic. Cause I ain't got an image to uphold. This real. I ain't got a gimmick, I just floated. The boy that set fire to the booth in a game full of.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hi there, folks. Ernie Johnson here, aided once again by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to be together again as the NBA regular season wraps up and playoff fever is starting to sit in. Are you feeling it, Kenny?
Oh, I feel that playoff fever.
Yes, we do.
Hey, we don't have to pay for this song. Why? Because I made it up in my head.
I'm the backhand guy.
Yeah.
And on tap tonight, it's the Cleveland Cavaliers going up against the Detroit Pistons. Looking at the Pistons, they're sitting on a 6-game losing streak. It can become tough to keep a positive outlook through all that losing. A win would do.
Everyone is in their seat here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland as the Cavaliers look to grab a win here at home. The Detroit Pistons come into this one following a loss, guys, to Miami. And boy, they really got humiliated at home. They got flat out dominated in that game, guys.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the three
Red
Ds.
Knight
Disjointed,
returns to
disorganized,
line
discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Aaron Baines out there with Ilyasova. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. And it's Irving missing. And it's Detroit's ball. It's a 3-point game. The Cavaliers beat them last time when these two teams met in Cleveland.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
Yeah, sloppy play sabotaging. I mean, they'll have to be much more focused this time around.
Detroit with the ball.
Well, LeBron James long considered the greatest player in the league. He's got some competition now, though. Kevin Durant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, James Harden, all playing well last year. But for my money, there's no better player in the league than King James.
They recover it. Tries again. And the shot falls short this time. Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball...
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Johnson, wide open, he fires. The Cavaliers pull it in. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Mozgov with the block. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance, pushing their lead to double digits. And it's 8 points for LeBron. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Cleveland.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Pistons trail by 11. Now Johnson. He's coming off a 13-point game against Miami.
Yeah, and he also did a great job on the backboard, Kev, and that also was a factor. How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
A different look now for Cleveland. Shumpert comes in for James, and it's Williams in for J.R. Smith. Marcus Morris is checked in for Detroit. Morris with a screen on Love. Ilyasova, terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Well, Greg, on the topic of Smith, you never know what his personality is going to bring to the game, or Clark, even the moment.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Moment to moment, it's an adventure. When the good JR is rolling, he's knocking down threes, playing solid D, creating havoc for the opponent. Bad JR is taking and missing wild shots, going to sleep on defense, and causing problems for his own team.
Yeah. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Who
No
else
question
is
about it, Greg. I
watching
mean,
the
a ton of
stream?
contact and a good call by the officials.
A different look now for Cleveland. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Jefferson in for Kyrie Irving. And then for Detroit, Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Ilyasova. Caldwell Pope comes in for Meeks. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Brandon Jennings. Blake with it. Williams picks him up. The three. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. Caldwell Pope's got it back down to within single digits for the Pistons. Williams dishes to Thompson. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And really, these teams don't even look like they belong on the same court today.
I don't think they do, based on what we've seen. A double-digit lead, and we're still in the first. Ouch. That's painful.
And that one's good.
You know, that's terrific offensive agility, footwork, and quickness there to get to the hoop.
And Detroit was a 32-50 record last season. They
Make
didn't
me
have any
not
help
click
from the
on
schedule.
my name
They had
and
a
then
total
log
of
me.
22 back-to-back series on the year, tied for most in the league.
Pistons trail by 10.
On the phone.
Blake kicks to Morris. They set the screen. Out to the right wing. Here's Blake. He's guarded by Williams. And that... one's good. Tolliver's got his first basket of the night. Greg, as you just said, the Pistons had a ton of back-to-back games. 44 were part of their back-to-backs, over half their schedule. Clark, they went 15-29 in those games.
And that's part of the reason why the NBA wanted to examine the schedule. I mean, it was a tough year for the Pistons. It's hard to get any momentum when you're playing that many back-to-backs.
Dinwiddie's checked in for Detroit. Williams attacking. And Thompson kicks to Williams. Outside jumper. Morris with the rebound.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. The dish to Blake. There's a screen. Pass to Tolliver. Kicks it to Caldwell Pope. And he banks in the layup. Caldwell Pope's got 5 now.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Now Detroit moving it up. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Caldwell Pope's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Here's Dinwiddie. Tipped away.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers ahead, up by 4. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
Why were you not on today?
I went to a lot of places.
We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of each other every single night, and the team is going to go as hard as we go, as well as the other pieces that we have on the team. But we have to control it from a standpoint that we have to play off each other.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media he and LeBron deal with, but also, in part, perhaps the most demanding of all are the expectations they've got for each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, 2 guys who expect so much of themselves to start with, who naturally have a vision of how great the other guy should be. I mean, they're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from each other. And that's a lot of fun to watch.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
They came out with the purpose of playing for one another, making the extra pass throughout that first quarter.
Guys, that is simply just good basketball. I mean, really good basketball. Total team effort out there.
And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Ilyasova in at the 5 down low. And the Pistons making a change here. Baines is checked in. Jennings against Irving. Jennings passes to Baines. Can't cash in from close range. Cavaliers leading. Ron James by many surveys. And no surprise here, GA, the most popular athlete in America.
I mean, the highest paid player in the league. And you know what? He deserves it. This guy has really carried the mantra as the face of our game, as well as anybody. And I tell you what, people now are starting to acknowledge the guy also delivers when it matters.
Well, the Cavaliers shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. That's good.
Great assist that time by Kyrie Irving.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Meeks. No luck. And Cleveland the other way now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And you know, for LeBron, he's blazed a trail as far as his business empire is concerned. He gave his childhood friends a chance to manage his affairs. Many thought it was a huge mistake, but he's doing quite well with the guys that he chose.
4 on the shot clock. Irving with a clean look. No good on the 3. The Pistons trailing. Here's Meeks. And the rejection by LeBron. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
And for LeBron, he said he'd like to be a billionaire. It's his ambition to have an influence that goes beyond the game. And guys, he is certainly on his way.
The feed to Baines. Pistons passing it around. Jennings for three.
Why not fourth now?
Shot is off. Good D by Irving. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
What a game for LeBron. He's got 10 points and a block.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, saw his numbers decline, but that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down, but still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. It's tipped and stolen by Ilyasova. Johnson goes in, and that misses. That would have put him up.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
For Detroit, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Outside Irving. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Irving's got 5 now.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Irving against Jennings. The good-looking shot from the wing. Jennings has got his second basket of the game. Timeout called, Cleveland. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
To the left side wing. Here's the floater. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Feeds it to Varejao. He dishes it to Williams. For the 3, and he gets it to go. And the Cavaliers lead by 4. Pistons shooting the ball at 42%. To the middle, here's Dinwiddie. With the bars in the action, let's bring you the list of teams that have been lighting it up over the last 10 games. Second, the Cavaliers.
Yeah, what an impressive run for this club. Everybody seems to be in a rhythm in terms of scoring, and they are putting up some big numbers.
And so he makes both from the line.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Williams kicks to Varejao. Williams dishes to Thompson. Outside for Jefferson. On the wing, Shumpert. Fires from deep. Again, Shumpert missing. A tight game here in Cleveland. Blake passes to Morris. The 10-footer. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. Blake's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Morris a screen. Here's Dinwiddie. He's guarded by Varejao, and they get it back. Outside Williams. Hits it from 3-point range. Now it's a 5-point Cleveland lead.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Blake. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
The drive by Thompson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Thompson's got 6.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. Williams with the ball. He's got 8. Right side jumper. Good if it goes. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 10 points, 2 assists, and 1 block. Kenny, your thoughts? How are the Cavaliers playing?
Well, give them credit for getting out on that fast break.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about...
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Just in attack mode, he was able to get in the lane at will in that first half.
Yeah, it really was aggressive attacking basketball at its finest. I mean, really a lot of fun to watch.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set. And you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's Irving at the 1 spot. That's the group starting the second half for David Blatt. And Baines kicks to Meeks. He feeds it to Jennings. Ilyasova sets a screen for Jennings. Pass to Ilyasova. He used that pick to get in close. Ilyasova's got his second basket of the game. And talking about Iman Shumpert, he seemed to learn from working with LeBron and Kyrie last year.
Yeah, Shumpert was brought over for his defense, clearly, but as a bonus, his offense improved and got better. Now let's see if he can build on that going forward.
The drive by Jennings, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Pistons trail by 5. Inside, it's tipped. Mozgov with the steal. One-on-one fast break. No one near James as he lets it go. Another miss by LeBron. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. The 15-footer and the rejection by Love. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. A nice shot by Irving.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he's on the money. There's no doubt. Now a timeout called by Detroit. Guys, just watching Kevin Love, he brings so much to the table. But if you had to pick one thing, Clark, it might be the rebound.
I agree with you. I mean, he's not super athletic, doesn't blow you out of the water with his athleticism. But a few seasons back, this guy averaged 15 rebounds a game.
And stolen by Irving. Good, and the assist goes to James. LeBron's got 4 assists in the game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Jennings against Irving. Doubled by Smith. Johnson right side. Softly drops in the floater.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
The Cavaliers leading by 7. Irving attacking. Misses from close range. The Pistons have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Here's Meeks. Johnson dishes to Baines. There's the screen. Jennings can't get it to go.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
They get the rebound.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempt.
A different look now for Cleveland. Shumpert is checked in for Smith, and it's Williams in for Irving. Morris is checked in for the Pistons. Here is Love. 8 points for him. Drills it from outside. Love's got 9 points here in the second half.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
For the finish, and finished off by LeBron.
Reverse that one home. Now that was nice, real nice.
The agility on display.
Yeah, you love that body control.
How about the power and grace on that finish?
And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul for the Cavaliers. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Thompson comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Jefferson in for LeBron. And a different look here for the Pistons. Anthony Tolliver. He's checked in for Ilyasova. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Johnson. Dinwiddie is checked in for Meeks. And Steve Blake is subbed in for Brandon Jennings.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Dinwiddie passes to Morris. Shot to stop the run. Can't get it to go. Good D by Thompson.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
And now the Pistons fast break. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that.
The screen from Thompson. Williams gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Williams has got 10 points in the game.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
The Cavaliers leading by 15. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Shumpert gets a wide-open look. That 3 off the mark. But they get it back. Jefferson kicks to Williams. Here's Shumpert. And it's Shumpert again, missing.
Well, he's gone without a field goal, and that certainly is below par for him. His team has still found a way to get it done.
Cleveland's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Varejão dishes to Shumpert. Hits the jumper in space. Shumpert's got his first basket of the night.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Here's Dinwiddie from deep three-point range. Off target with that shot. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Cavaliers shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. On the floor for Detroit, Jennings and Meeks in the backcourt. Ilyasova out there with Johnson. And it's Baines in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Varejão can't hit. Pistons trail by 17. Here's Meeks. It's Mo Williams with the rebound. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, it makes it tough for the defense to chase that ball around when it moves that crisply all over the court.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Cavaliers?
Boy, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
The pass to Smith. Cleveland moving the ball around. Thompson misses.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute. Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Passes it to Smith. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 10 points for Smith.
I like it. I like it. He broke out the fancy finish there. And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. If he could just develop his shooting stroke a little more, then you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. For 3, Williams. Rebound, Detroit. Baines has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Jennings kicks to Meeks. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
He's giving them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Jennings with the steal. He kicks it to Ilyasova. 11 feet away. Jennings can't get it to go.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
For 3, Williams. Dishes it to Love. Thompson passes to Smith. Love with a wide open look. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 14 points for Love.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And Greg, I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them. And as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
Cleveland leading by 19. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Mozgov, he's checked in for Verejao. LeBron comes in for Thompson. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Mo Williams. Baines dishes to Johnson. For the 3. No good. Cavaliers go the other way with it.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Irving against Jennings. Now the dish to Baines. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. J.R. Smith picks one up. And the first one drops.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
2 shots. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's James. Love outside. Back to LeBron. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And the Cavaliers lead by 19. For Detroit, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. The drive by Jennings. A clear look for Johnson. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. Jennings has got 6 assists in the game.
Sensational pass. Even in mid-shot, he still saw the open man.
Irving can't get it to go. Pistons trail by 17. Jennings with the ball. Now Smith defending. He was all alone on that one. 9 points now in the game for Stanley Johnson.
He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He's jumped center stage now.
The Cavaliers leading by 14. James kicks to Love, and he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
And it seems every season we see a player try and play through an injury. Sometimes it provides a boost with heroics, but it can lead to serious damage long term. It's a common practice we see, and some guys are pretty cavalier about it.
And Detroit has possession. Here's Meeks. Makes it off the glass. Meeks got 4 points in the quarter.
Really good awareness right there on the assist.
Cavaliers have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And Greg, a lot of NBA players do play through injury. Last year, for instance, LaMarcus Aldridge played most of the regular season with a thumb injury that required surgery. Mike Conley, Clark Kellogg, we saw in the postseason play with the mask with a facial fracture.
Yeah, and it's hard to make a blanket statement if it's good or bad for guys to do that. You just hope the player heeds the doctor's advice and doesn't do any further damage by playing injured.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Cleveland.
A beautiful pass doesn't always get you on the highlight reels, Clark, but there were some spectacular dishes in this game.
Yeah, it was a team that was really in sync. They trusted each other and took the right shots.
In what's really been a fantastic year, these guys expect to win each night just as they've done here tonight. And this will end up another big win, making it 65 on the season.
And in the final game of the season series between these two teams, they did everything out there they needed to do to close out with a winning record. He gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play.
Oh, nice double pump finish there, strictly for the fans.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Mozgov kicks to Jefferson. 5 to shoot. Nobody near Williams. And another 3 for Cleveland.
That one will seal the deal there. They've exploded here at the end.
Boy, I love the serious killer instinct they've shown, finishing strong.
So we see the Cavaliers taking.
Thank you.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Kevin Love. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to. And that'll do it for our coverage of this year's final regular.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
It all comes down to this one game. It's Game 7 here in round 2, and it's right here on 2K Sports. Welcome, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. Checking out Cleveland, they took Game 6 in a real nail-biter, escaping elimination. Now, a deciding Game 7, as they look to put the finishing touches on this comeback. And now we've reached Game 7, winner take all. You've both played in a number of these over your careers. What is the key to sealing the deal in that decisive Game 7?
Well, when it's down to a one-game season, Ernie.
This city is glowing on this wonderful clear night. A terrific view of Cleveland right there. And there is a buzz in the air in this sold-out Quicken Loans Arena. Well, this is what we've all been waiting for. Game 7. The winner to advance to the conference finals and get one step closer to a championship. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. You look at the Cavaliers, now with the final deciding game right in front of them, their home crowd looking on to extort them to new heights and to the next level.
Really, it's been a phenomenal series. I mean, this situation, the home team usually prevails. We'll see how this one plays out.
As good as it gets, guys. I mean, the biggest game of the NBA season so far. Man, I can't wait to see how it unfolds because I know we're in for some high drama here.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's Pondexter in at the small forward. And Thompson throws it down.
Good. A little more ferocious, though.
Okay, Clark approves, everybody.
Yeah, but that's how you finish strong. Young fellas.
Being on some chill. We go 0 to 100 real quick. They be on that rap to pay the bills. And I don't feel it, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions being louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold down to earth. Wanna do it, we could do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie and the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keeps scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see. She ain't ready for it. If I ain't the greatest, then I'm headed for it. Yeah, that mean I'm way up. Yeah, the 6 ain't friendly, but that's where I lay up. Lay up. I been Steph Curry with the shot. Been with the sauce. Chef Curry with the pop, boy.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
82 regular season games, 3 rounds of the playoffs to get right here. It's the NBA Finals, and now all of it comes down to this historic Game 7. Ernie Johnson here, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And the series tonight takes place in Cleveland, where it'll be the Cavaliers going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Looking at the Thunder, a crucial home win for them to tie the series. They force a Game 7 here on the road. The odds stacked against them as they look for a way to steal the series. And now we've reached Game 7, winner take all. You've both played in a number of these over your careers. What is the key to sealing the deal in that decisive Game 7?
Well, when it's down to a
At the center position,
Ken Loans Arena. The biggest stars have aligned on the biggest night in basketball. This series has gone down to the wire. The air is thick with excitement and anticipation. Welcome, everyone, to NBA Finals Game 7. Winner take all. A season of joy and pain will end here tonight. And thank you for making us part of your night on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Look at Cleveland. They have tried mightily throughout the long NBA season, and now center stage exactly where they want to be. The home court advantage could play a big part, guys, in this one.
And you know what? A whole season, well over 1,000 games, boils down to one final showdown to determine who will be NBA champion. And with the eyes of millions watching, one team will cement their place in history.
Yeah, if you're a player, though, you can't be thinking about all the eyeballs on you. You know, some guys thrive on that kind of pressure and marquee. Others have a hard time dealing with it. But either way, I think they all enjoy doing what they're doing. And I know everybody here and everybody at home are going to enjoy the heck out of it as well.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Durant, the 3, and Ibaka, the 4. C.J. Miles is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in at center. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Westbrook passes to Miles. Baseline J on the way. Connects, the jumper drops.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
James, that's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Westbrook kicks to Cantor. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Here's Mozgov. Powered down after the assist, let him into the lane.
Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there? Put that one hand tomahawk slam.
Now here's Cantor. Outside for Durant. Just 5 on the clock. From 15 feet away, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Smith, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
From the arc. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Miles. Westbrook's got his second bucket tonight.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Irving drives in, takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
Westbrook kicks to Cantor, and that one is stuffed right through.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
To the paint, out to Smith. No one near him. He dishes it to Irving. Smith the pass to Irving. James kicks to Mozgov. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Mozgov's got 6. The Thunder have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. Very solid start for them. Westbrook tried.
That yeah. And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Irving up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Irving dishes to Smith. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They come into the game following the win on Sunday.
They drew a lot of fouls in that game, guys, and that was the one area that really stood out when you watched it.
Just lacked discipline defensively, Greg. I mean, that's why they got a lot of free points at the charity stripe. Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Here's Westbrook. 9 points in the game so far. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. Doris?
History may not be on their side tonight, but he said that's okay with them. They want to make a little history of their own and become one of the few teams to win Game 7 of the NBA Finals on the road. He said, believe me, this is a challenge we're up to. Let's see, guys.
Thanks, Doris. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Adams, he's checked in for Cantor. McGarry comes in for Serge Ibaka. Anthony Morrow's checked in for C.J. Miles. And D.J. Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And that one's good. Durant.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Oh, and here we go with Durant. Nobody back. Hammers it in after taking it the length of the floor.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
Here's Jefferson, and some very quick points for him on that possession.
It's almost as if both teams are in a zone.
Well, offensively at least, partner. I mean, neither team's done jack diddly on D.
Now here's Durant. 8 points for him. From deep, Morrow. And Shumpert pulls it down. Here's Thompson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he makes the first. Second free throw, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 6. And Augustine kicks to Durant. Down low. Here's Morrow. Guarded by Shumpert. No good from Durant. Cavaliers have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Dishes to Thompson. The tray. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And Augustine kicks to Adams. Here's Morrow. Off the mark from 16 feet out. And Serge Ibaka, becoming known for his shooting ability now. He talked about the confidence his teammates and his coach instilled in him. Well, if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is, huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
Welcome back to our coverage of the NBA Finals. More action straight ahead. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
Taking a look at the Thunder. The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Anthony Morrow. And it's Miles in at the 3, the small forward.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Here is Verja, following the score by Serge Ibaka. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Williams.
You know, they've got to be careful not to give a shooter of his caliber open looks like that. 1 or 2 of those are all it takes to really get him going.
Now here's Westbrook. 9 points in the game so far. Oh, he just jams it right over LeBron. Wow. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark.
Oh. Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
Takes a 3, and another 3 for Cleveland.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
Westbrook kicks to Miles. They set the pick. The feed to Morrow. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Morrow's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, it looks like he saw some things out there that need to be adjusted, and he's going to take a break here and talk it over.
Hey, you know, coaches sometimes need a break in the action to rethink and tool a bit. Anytime you're in that situation, it makes sense to use the timeout.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. A different look now for Cleveland. Mozgov, he's checked in for Verejao. Love comes in for Tristan Thompson. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Williams. The Cavaliers trail by 3. In the corner, Smith with it. He kicks to Mozgov. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Stolen by Westbrook. Down low, Adams. Good. Nice assist.
It's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. It's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. You brought a lot of money, but me, I'm catching tiny tummy. You make me sleep. I try and try, and I start to be sensible. You know what I mean? And so it's time to get away. It's time to get away from you.
Well, guys, I'm gonna get off. See you guys tomorrow.